Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm gonna review one mock in fact from a new series of mock. So this series is called Project S, excuse me, and in fact the main idea behind this project was to remake all the 12 slicer set into a more like canister size set form in fact, so taller, bigger, and of course reinterpreted, if I can say so. And well, this new series of 12 mocks, so because there are 12 sets, this new series was made by me, of course, and also by Shaddow, which is a friend of mine, and which came at my house in August. And well, we made this project. At 3, if I can say so. So of course, I made 6 mocks, and he made the 6 other mocks, in fact. So we have like 12 mocks, and so he reviewed his mocks in French, but he didn't really want to review it in English, so I'm gonna review his mocks also. So just to prevent that not all of the mocks I'm gonna show you are made by me. So of course, for example, today we're gonna review the Fire Revamp or Fire Remake, and this one was made by my friend Shaddow, so all credit goes to him for the construction, the building, and the inspiration. I'm just here to review the model and to explain you how it works in fact, but I wasn't really involved in the construction of this guy, so all the ideas and stuff like that are from Shaddow. So if you want to congratulate someone, congratulate Shaddow and not me for this mock, at least, because well, but well, I will of course say I will tell you which mock was made by me or by Shaddow at each review, of course. So, Fire, so you can see the color scheme is the same as usual, because of course the main idea also behind this project was to make the slicers closest as the original, so of course it's mean we use the same color scheme, except for some little problems sometimes, but most of them got the same color scheme as the original. And also the idea was to make all 12 slicers at the same time, so this means using all the same parts. So for example, you have spark and energy, which shares the same which share the same color scheme, which is black and which is black and purple. So this means using all my purple parts for the 2 guys, in fact, to build them together. But well, we're gonna see that later on, because today we're gonna review Fire. So color scheme black and of course all red, so matter one. And I'm gonna just kind of destroy it to show you how it works, in fact, in an easier way. Excuse me, just put off the legs and the head also, and we'll be done. So here's the body frame, as you can see. So the body frame is mainly well, it's all begins, I suppose, with this slicer body part. You can see it's the same. Then Shaddow really used this L-shaped parts tons of times, in fact, as you would see. So first of all, you see this L-shaped part right here, which are useful to link to the red gear, which was also here in the original model, remember, because Fire was built upside down in a sort of way. So Shaddow decided to use the same type of technique, so this means using the L-shaped part to link the red frame right here. Also he used the same L-shaped part here to link connectors, and this connector will be linked to this part, which is in fact kind of a fuel tank, I guess, for the flamethrower of Fire, of course, of this guy. So you have some hose pipe, and the gas tank itself is made with 2 big wheels, as you can see right here, and they are linked, of course, thanks to a ball joint and an axle, which goes through the wheels. Then we're gonna see this upper part. So as you can see, well, you can't really see, so I'm gonna maybe put off this part. Right, again, some little parts plus some baroque eyes, which are useful, in fact, to connect the slicer body frame, or robot also in the US, to the connector right here. As you can see, you can't really see, but there is a connector. This connector is linked to a 2006 ball joint, and on this 2006 ball joint, we're gonna link, guess what? Some 2 L-shaped parts, so as you can see right here. And on this side of the L-shaped part, we're gonna link some other little parts and a long axle, which will be useful to link the 2 arms. Also here, a little T-shaped part, which will be useful to cover the emptiness of this section. So with a baroque shield in black, so a baroque shield in black, as you can see. And here for the main body frame, also we're gonna link the head thanks to this little part right here. You can see with the little pinhole. So the head is made easily. In fact, this is the technique we're gonna use on most of our slicers, because remember the original slicers or robots didn't have any ball joint on the head. So this means putting a ball joint on the head to make them more articulated. So for here, as you can see, just this part plus some axles and a ball joint. And then in fact, here's the technique how it works. We have put this part in the head, in fact you can clearly see. And then we're gonna put sometimes a connector or a ball joint directly to this axle hole, and it will be and then we will be able to make the head turn. So I'm gonna link, of course, this little pin in the pinhole right here. So it kind of move on the side, but not really a big issue, if you can say so. Now maybe we're gonna talk about the legs. I think, yeah, the legs. So I think this is the white one, but well, the two legs are quite the same. In fact, they are symmetrical. So how they are made, in fact, again, Shaddow decided to use some slicer parts. You would see, as you can see right here, you have some wet slicer arms, in fact, of connectors. On this, he put this Visorac legs to cover this part and to make it bulkier, of course, because Fire, what is the main idea behind the original Fire model is that he is upside down, of course, and also he's kind of bulky, as you can see, kind of a hunchback type of set. And of course, well, Shaddow decided to reuse the same ideas in his mod, in fact, because it's really supposed to be to really look like the original, or be inspired by the original. So then he put a connector right here, and as you can see, in fact, this is just the upper part of the leg, and well, in fact, we can, excuse me, but we can decompose the legs in 3 sections. So you got this first one I showed you, then you got this one, which is just a Piraka leg, as you can see. Then you got some projection right here with connectors and a slicer foot, and well, everything goes here, in fact, thanks to this little part with a stud on this side, and on the other side you got a long axle of 3. So he put this part, and this means we got 2 axles. So one which will be useful to link to the connector right here, and the other one will be useful to the lower part of the leg, which is this one, a connector plus metal arm, then another connector. Then here we go for the feet, if I can say so, which are made with this curved technique parts. Of course, with a number on it. So for example, here's some curved 4 angle curved parts, we can say so. You can see the little 4 right here. And this part are linked with tri-axle parts, which was first found in Hydroxon. And then at first there wasn't this part. In fact, there was just this front part, and it was really hard to pose. And because I am the one which will make the pictures of the smokes, I really asked Shaddow to make him to improve the stability of this mug, because it kept falling off, and it will really be a problem when I will take the photos. So he decided to add this part on the back to make him more stable and standing still, in fact. And so we're gonna link these second connectors right here on the axle, and here we go. So you can see this part is really useful to link the 2 sections of the leg. So it's put in original leg design, as you can see. Now we're gonna link these legs on the axle on this side, on the big web gear. Like this, for example, as you can see. And now I'm gonna talk about the 2 arms, which are different this time. So first, the right arm, which is the throwing disc arm on the original slicer. So this time it's easier because he used some double long connector in red, then put this part, so some minica parts, and this part which was released in the, well, 2002, I guess, Titan set, or maybe also 2003. To cover the arms in a bulky way. Then for the arms itself, he put a ball joint right here, in fact, 2006 ball joint, and then 2 slicer lift arm. Yes, I think it's called lift arm. And then, well, this time for the throwing disc, we didn't really have any problem, because it was only one of the major problems, because excuse me, because the throwing arm disc on the original slicers are really long, and it was really hard to to find something to replace this throwing arm disc. And well, on the fire slicer it was quite easy because I get one of these 2004 throwing disc launcher from the Metro 1 series, so of course Shaddow used it, and it was really easy to just put the disc in it, and it worked pretty well. I put the ball joint on the axle right here. And then the main feature, if you can see, of this set is of course the throwing, yes, the fire thrower, yes, the fire thrower arm, in fact. So here it's the same thing apart from the little hose pipe, which we're gonna see that later on. So we got two slicer left arm again, but this time we're gonna use a little T-shaped part, as you can see right here, and then link this one to this part. This part which can be useful to link this little hose pipe to kind of, I guess, another fuel tank right here. Also notice that between this part I showed you earlier and also this part, which is linked thanks to a, in fact, here how it works. I think you will find it easier to understand how the model works. So the hose pipe goes directly into this part, which is the same as this one, in fact. So we have put again this part with the studs right here, and then directly linked to the axle this wet part and hose pipe. Also notice that in between you got this rubber rider head, and there of course a wheel is used as a fuel tank. So then on this little studs you're gonna put this part, which is an Inika shoulder armor, or leg armor, in fact, or tight armor, well, I don't really know. And then, as you can see, we've got two axles, so you're gonna put the original slicer shoulder, which was also used as a flamethrower, then put a ball joint in there. This ball joint will be linked directly into this axle, and then, as you can see, you got some axle shaped all right here, which will be linked directly into this one, into this axle. So this means we're gonna link this on the side, and it fits perfectly. Right here. And then for the flame, at first he wants you just to put these two tail flames, which were in fact released in some Exoforce set, because as you can see there is some fade from the red to yellow. But then also he really wants to make some super deformed kind of flamethrower. And then he put the Akar flame in between the two, and well, here you go. You got a big flamethrower with a big flame at this side, and it looks pretty nice, I have to say. And we're almost done, so I'm gonna link that here, and then just link this hose pipe from the gas tank directly into this Inika shoulder armor, well, tight armor, but use the shoulder armor on this Mac. And here we go. We have the revamp of the revamp, even if I don't really like the term revamp, but still, we have the new fire, if I can say so. Of course, the name will change, but at the time I'm doing this review, we do not really find any new name for the slicer, but we are searching for some names. But when the review will be posted, you will see the new name of our revamp, in fact. So yes, fire finish, as you can see right here. I'm just gonna do a turnaround of this set, of this mock, excuse me. Alright, yes, the flame is really long, so you can't really see. I think that will be all, guys. So I'm gonna maybe do little stuff like this. Yes, now talk about the articulation first of all. So for the legs, you got like 1, 2, 3, 4 ball joint kind of. So you got this one which block at this point and don't really have any problem when you push them on the back. Here on this ball joint, you can just do like some 90 degrees angle, in fact. And then of course you got this two ball joint. Even if I don't really know if this one is really supposed to move or not, but still you can turn this way if you want. And then this one also block really easily because the connector is put in this way. So this means it's gonna block really quickly when you put it in this way. So well, here's the max you can get from this guy, in fact. So not really well articulated, I have to admit. Even if you can still manage to do some pose, I guess, if you really try, because it still got 4 ball jumps, so it may be not easy at first to make some pose, but then if you try, you can, I think, make some interesting pose. And also try to prevent him from falling off, because even if Shadows put some more parts right here, it's still falling off sometimes. And then you have the arms with just 2 ball jumps, in fact, so this one is totally free, of course, it can turn all the way you want, but of course on the, on the elbow section, it can turn more than 90 degrees, as you can see, it can, here is 90 degrees, and it can turn a little more on the upper side. Of course, you can throw the disc without any problem, I guess, there. For the flamethrower, it's exactly the same thing, so a little more than 90 degrees, this stud doesn't really hold pretty well. More than 90 degrees, and that's quite all I have to say for this one. Yes, the gas tank can turn on the side if you want, for example, for some design element, but apart from that, nothing really to talk about. And finally, the head can turn a little on the side, down, up. Pretty well, in fact, so it can still turn in some interesting pose, I have to admit. And that will be all, guys. So I'm going to maybe try to do a little pause, but it's sure that with this big flamethrower, it's kind of, which weighs a little ton, it's sometimes kind of hard to make a pose, even if the original model kind of look cool. So here we go. So seriously, apart from some posing drawbacks, because of the articulation and also the weight of the flamethrower, I think it's a pretty cool slicer. Again, this one was the first made by Shaddow, and we're gonna review, in fact, the slicer in order of construction. So this means we're not gonna review, for example, all the good guys together, then the bad guys, and then the wave 2 sets. No, so sometimes we mix the stuff together. So this means, well, the next review will be Ice, but the next one will be, for example, Flare, I think. So excuse me for a little spoil. But by the way, I think that's all. So I'm not gonna give you an opinion about this mod, and I think it's really up to you to tell me what you think about this mod. So hope you enjoy this review and this mod, guys. Feel free to ask questions on this mod or post just comments. I will happy to answer them, and that's all. So hope you enjoy. See you later for another mock reviews, I guess. Bye bye.